underemployment being the cause of brain drain. Underemployment is a significant challenge in Nigeria, with millions of people either unemployed or working in jobs that do not fully utilize their skills and education.
Yeah, so this is a day in the life of a writer who essentially spends his time just working from home, really, because this is my safe spot, this is my creative spot. I sit down here, I try to make the best of my time. I have the resources I need. I have silence, I have my laptop, I have my brain, and I have everything I need. I have all the inspiration coming in from everywhere. You know, I'm a huge fan of art, paintings. I'm a huge fan of abstract paintings. I love art that's, you know, avant-garde, out of the boundaries of, you know, what you would expect from art. So, you know, drawing inspiration from like abstract things that are not outside of the boundaries of what is expected of me. You know, it helps me also, I translate that mentality into my work as well as a writer, just trying to do things outside of the bounds of what is expected of a writer, whether you're a copywriter or you're a content writer, you know. So yeah, definitely, this environment is so important to what I do. And I believe that where you work is as important to what you do as, you know, as a lot more than you actually try to like admit, you know what I'm saying? And so yes, definitely, I would definitely love to continue to make this place my spot, make my room my spot, and where I literally zone in and make the best of my art. Just try to like create an ambience that's like conducive. My name is James Ayotunde. I am from Nigeria. I was born in Warri, Delta State. I'm very much proud of my heritage. I lived the formative years of my life in Warri, but my parents are from Ekiti State, which is another state in Nigeria. I'm from a family of 7 kids, 6 girls and a boy. I'm the only guy. And it was a peculiar upbringing because not a lot of people grow up in that kind of environment. But yes, we're definitely a family who, we didn't move around a lot, but we did move to another city, which we didn't expect to move to when I was really young. That's in Warri, in Delta State, which is somewhere we're not really from. But because of work, my parents, my father in particular, had to work in Warri at the time. So we moved there, and growing up there, we had to adjust, you know, new place, a different culture. And primarily, we had to just adjust, you know, just like, you know, get into the groove as quickly as possible, really.
The working class in Nigeria, including those in the informal sector, often struggle to make a decent living wage, and many live in poverty. However, there are factors in Nigeria that may make it difficult for Marx's ideas to play out as he predicted.
So this is the life of a writer. You know, sometimes I'm on my bed, sometimes I'm at the desk, you know. You never know. Sometimes I'm in the toilet, to be honest with you. It depends on how I'm feeling in the moment, you know. The motivation can come anytime. So right now I'm on my bed. I look pretty comfortable, don't I, you know? I don't look like I'm in a suit and a tie, because I'm not. I don't have to do that. That's one of the conveniences of being a writer. I can just sit on my bed and do what I have to do. As long as I'm motivated and I know what I'm doing, and I have the right resources around me, like my laptop and my brain, of course, which is the most important resource. So yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, work on something like a little project I've been working on for a while now. It's a small project, but you know, if I can get it done by tonight, I'd really like that. So you're basically like in my office, so to speak, right now. So you know, enjoy yourself, I guess. Some of the brain drain, I think, is that most people that are doing it are not doing it to come back. You know, people are doing it to leave permanently, right? Obviously one of the effects of colonialism was that certain individuals who were special were able to go to the UK to study. Few though, like people like Wole Soyinka, or you know, people who, or children of people who had the privilege to go there, or people who literally had to gather the resources from an entire village just to send a child to the UK or the US and whatnot. It was a select few, and those people went there, But they went there with a lot of them went there with this, like with the mentality of, oh, okay, I'm going to bring this back. I'm going to help my people. We've lost that sense of responsibility because things are so bad that even people who have that like tendency are always every time they see news on the internet about Nigeria and what's happening, it looks more and more hopeless. And I think that's the problem, the willingness to return. I think if we were just people leaving, then maybe not so much. But the willingness to return is important, and we don't really have that at the moment. I think that's the biggest problem. My optimism about Nigeria's future is not based on logic. Logic tells me to just stay. If I actually build a life here, logic tells me just stay. You know, whatever it is you do here, keep it here. Or if you're going to leave to somewhere like another first world country. But patriotism, and I would say, in a way, foolishness, is telling me, you know what, someday, return, go back, try to do something. And I do think it's foolish, but I think foolishness gets a lot of bad press. I think sometimes foolishness isn't as bad as people make it seem. I think a lot of the things that we see today was as a result of the foolishness of a lot of people. A lot of sacrifices people made in the past, they should not have done those things. A lot of people, you're here today because of the foolishness of someone. And I think that we have to have a coalition of fools who are willing to say, you know what, let's try to change this and let's try to like turn this around. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I know a lot of people who regretted that, whose futures were compromised because they decided to go back to where they had no business going back to.